Okay. Okay, everything's good. Okay. Okay, we are back. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get back into my armor now. There you go, get back into my armor. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We gotta head inside here. Okay, let's see. The last time I remembered that we were here playing this game, is that we freaking fought Nidhog. Nidhog put up a good fight, but no way we pwned him. And now it seems that someone's in trouble, and we also had an awesome date with Sir Emmerich. I cannot wait to go on more dates with more Hespondos. Emmerich is like, you better not ruin my date.
Yes.
Is that Alize, Alphino's twin sister?
What's up, Alize?
She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness.
It's always about them.
Since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly.
Yeah, she is not like Thancred.
I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder. It was only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Ugh.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood.
Ugh. Suck the poison out, Alfie.
We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt.
Yeah, that's true. It makes sense.
She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distanced herself from the Scions. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous.
I mean, even back then, Alfie should have had a haircut.
For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. and to speak the words.
Yeah. Don't be
Take
so
heart,
negative.
Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled Chirurgeons.
Oh, it's Chirurgeons. Ah.
Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer. The warriors of darkness are in league with the Ascients. Slaughtering the primals is but the first step in their plan.
Yep, I had a feeling of that.
They make for Zelfatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
I'll crash their party.
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Alright, Alfie, what you got for me? Surely they won't let her. Yes, I know. We must trust in Captain Whitecape and his Chirurgeons. Did they not bring Estinien back from the very brink of death? I am uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside for days on end. Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we have yet the power to influence? I'll take that. The Shadows of the First. So the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascients are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning, that they might put her to the sword. And then when we first encountered them at Loth Esnath, they were confronting Ravana. Has this been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Alphanode? There is much I do not understand, but I know this. A primal summoning cannot be ignored. Unless they risk her life to uncover this plot, and we squander her gift at our peril. Or you will accompany me to Cenefal, and we will stop the Laxo plan. Given that Ishgard shares a border with the Laxial homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We have been willing to suffer the Beastman's intrusion into Corinthian lands to a point, but the summoning of Primal is an escalation we cannot aside. You have our vastest airship, Master Alphino. The mountains of Zenithal are not easily traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. But I fear an aerial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland, after all, and the Axo rebels are not to be underestimated. No experience tells me there's only a conceivable approach by land, I believe it'll be wiser to cross the Xenovolt that by way of Mountain Pass, east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for a contingent of the camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure the safe passage through the mountains and escort you thence to Xenovolt. Though my men are unqualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Laxel. We shall be glad of their assistance, Lord Edmund. In the event that Mistress Alice regains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over you and keep you safe. That's right, Emmerich, and I'm going to return for our date. Then let us be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require at Camp Dragonhead. Alright, to Camp Dragonhead we go. Let's go say hi to everyone in chat. I mean, in the Discord real quick. Oh. Yo, we be dabbing, yo. That is right, Epip. We dab all the way. Have you everything you require? Then excellent. The entrance to the path is north of Nadalen, and east to the Camp Dragonhead. The normally is guarded by a score of Laxal warriors. I've been informed that House 4 Tom's knights have already dispatched them. The enemy gates lies open. All we need to do is but break through. Alright, let's go! Oh, nice regalia. Master YT, Master Alphanos, you can see the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity for around the first mountain. Simply put, they're up to something and don't want anyone interfering. We stand ready to escort you to Xenophol and aid you as you see fit. Given the numbers we are likely to encounter, a two-pronged approach may be the best. While the knights and I feign a larger attack to draw the Laxal's attention, I suggest that you and yours to attempt to slip past the defenses and locate the site of the summoning ritual. If the gods are good, then you should only have to deal with some few patrols, but if they are not, you may be forced to do battle with the warriors of darkness. You know, I'm always for that. Alright, let us go. How's it going, Epip? I wonder how big my damage is. Okay, that was some big damage. Let's see. Oh, that reminds me. We need to head to, let's see. I need to head to Limensa. I got some stuff that I need to turn in to get some seals. Ah, good to see people in Limsa again. Okay, I was about to say, dude, that person knows who I am. I'm doing great. Spend most of Monday getting a cable box slash DVR replaced and installed. Stinking Spectrum cable. I never heard of a Spectrum cable. Yes, do it. In the name of the Admiral, I hereby appoint you to the rank of Second Storm Lieutenant. By this promotion, you are eligible to transfer between the 3 grand companies of Eorzea. Local cable provided here. Oh, okay, so Spectrum cable. Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about the actual cable. Like, you know, like you hook up a TV to a cable. That kind of thing. In addition to this privilege, you're entitled to purchase land or an apartment in one of the residential districts for adventurer use. Oh yeah, I have the money. I have the motherfudging money. I'm gonna get me my own apartment. And among other things, you'll be able to learn how about the purchasing a plot of land and building a hall upon it. Lieutenant YT, I am certain that your duties with the Maelstrom demands much of your time already, but may I have a word? I'll get right to the point, Lieutenant. The higher-ups have authorized plans to form a specialized squad. We are on the lookout for reliable leaders. Your name is on top of the list. You would be responsible for training and commanding a number of adventurers, subordinates, and position. Also comes with the possibility of further promotion. What do you say, Lieutenant? Are you ready to lead? F yeah. I lead raids before. So yes, I will become the squadron commander. Outstanding. Let you get acquainted with your second in command right away. Ah! I get a Lalafell. I get a Lalafell to serve under me. You need to be hugged. Let's see. In my capacity as your aide, I'll be filling the role of Squadron Sergeant. And these eager troopers are the inaugural members of our squadron. Form up. Yeah! I get... Man. Okay, so we get a warrior, an archer, and I think she might be a red mage. Nice. Hey there, baby. I ain't gonna tell you what to do. Stop by the barracks and we can discuss their training and deployment in greater detail. I'll leave it to you then. Now you're moving up in the world. F yeah I am. Mother F yeah I am, Epip. What do you think? I'll admit they're raw as soldiers, but they certainly have potential. I look forward to seeing what you can do with them. Right, before I won't get any longer, your squad barracks can be found through the door in the back of the command room. May the navigator guide you to victory. Adventurer squadrons unlocked. Now you are the commander of an adventurer squadron. Enter the Maelstrom barracks and talk to your squadron sergeant to issue deployment orders. Alright, let's go ahead and check it out. Let's go ahead and check out the room. Into the entrance to the barracks. Ooh. Ooh, this is nice. I like this. Alright, boys and girls, listen up. Listen up, boys and girls. You all are going to be off into an adventure. And your adventure is to give me stuff. Okay. Welcome to the Squadron Barracks, Commander. I've been fully debriefed on the new initiative and ready to answer the questions that you might have. First and foremost, however, we need to increase the number of our squadron members. We have 3 recruits at present, but our squadron won't be ready to deploy until we have at least 4. Your own deeds as an adventurer should serve as to attract new recruits. All you have to do is to choose from the hopefuls to submit submit their enlistment papers. By completing categories in your challenge logs, you'll occasionally attract new recruits to your squadron. You can decide which recruits to add to your squadron after visiting the barracks and reading the enlistment papers. You can also check if recruits are available by opening the timers interface located under duty in the main menu. Visit the barracks and read the enlistment papers to decide which recruits you should wish to add to your squadron. Okay, let's check it out. Oh, shnikes. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, it's raid time. Uh-oh. Out of there. Okay. Alright, tanks are putting up big poles. Get my AoE ready. Okay. Hell How's it going, bad guys? I am the train conductor. Let me punch your tickets. Alright, tickets. Hey, what's up, Donkar? Welcome to the stream. Jeez! The raid party doesn't F around. Uh-oh. There you go. Hey, come on. How are you doing today, Dunkar? Oh, I get him. Uh-oh. Out of there. Man, we're doing some big damage. That's awesome, Dunkar. Look at you. Gotta love being a fudging samurai. There we go. Man, we are smoking this motherfucker. Why not pass? Dizzy Skyline. Also known as an R34 Skyline. One of my favorite cars that I would love to own, but I can't because that car is illegal. Jeez, okay. Death to the featherless ones, okay. Oh, the Nissan Skyline R34. The last time I remember, that car is illegal due to the fact is that the replacement parts is not found in the US. Judging by the last time I read. Which I guess that would explain that I don't see much, or don't see any R34s in a long time. Matter of fact, I haven't seen R34s at all. Except for in movies. Okay, I gotta type this in. There we go. It was one of the cars I would love to own. In 3 years, it will be legal. Nice! It may be old enough to be bought in for display in museums or collectors now. Most definitely epic. Because R34s are rare here in the US. So when it becomes legal, it's gonna skyrocket the price. Because everyone wants to be driving in Paul Walker's car. We're doing good. Uh-oh. Okay, I think it's supposed to be split from the team. Okay, yep. Okay, that was close. Oops. Okay, don't get in that. Oh, so are Ford Pintos and Chevy Chevrolets. Man, even I remember Chevy Chevrolet. I've seen a few of my neighbors many years ago drive one of those suckers. So yeah, those cars are definitely going to be bound for our car collection museum. Okay, we have a scholar. Okay, I was about to say. Gotta be a glare mage, motherfuckers. the lovely American Motors Pacer. Well, that's cool. I've never exactly seen a Pacer before. Most of them fell apart many years ago. Geez, so the cars are that old that it fell apart? Okay, more enemies. Okay. Ah, we have a paladin in the group. Okay. There we go. Remember the Nova? I remember the TV show called Nova. But I don't remember the car named Nova. AMC Jeeps. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I remember those. Hey there, big guy. Alright. Alright, mister, let's see what you got. Oops. Okay. Okay. Split up. Split up. Ah, oh, fudge me. Okay, it looks like we're fine. Get out of there. Okay, stack. Okay. Nice. Uh-oh. Okay, in the middle. Okay, split up, split up. There we go. Jeez, we're really laying down the damage. Yeah, come on. We're doing good, team. Yes. Good. That was awesome. Okay, that was a bit intense, but it was cool though. Let's see. Let's give it to Disney Skyline. There we go. And Brazers Offending. I don't think I need that. I got enough stuff in my inventory as it is. Nova, Omega, Ventura, and Apollo.
What happened?
Okay. Nova, Omega, Ventura, Apollo were all GM cars for Chevy. Oldsmobile, I love the Oldsmobile. They are slick ASF. Buick, I used to be in a Buick, and it's a luxurious car. And I can remember the other division right now, all based on the same body and frame and parts. Sweet! That is awesome. The Grand National, your dream car.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Asians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the primal without us.
Yeah, we did. Hi there, Warriors of Darkness. Oh, Pontiac. Pontiac's a good car, yeah. A few of my friends said good things about Pontiac.
You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
I gotta get memes back in my stream deck. Because she's now gonna become a thought. Her aim was true, because she's an archer. But if it was on Twitch, her aim would be true in many different ways on Twitch.
Just what is your game? Leading us a long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
You win one of these. Yeah, that's true, Epic. Just dab them all.
Well, let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
And I erred them real good.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Yes, we can.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there.
Yep. And you are going to be on Twitch. And you're going to be a thought. You'll always be remembered as a thought on Twitch.
Know that I will happily make it quicker for you. If you just stand still.
How about no? Oh, foldable bow. That is awesome.
Enough, Jarumal. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we?
Man, modern day hunters should have that. A motherfudging foldable bow.
Since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Asians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Yep.
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light.
Okay, so these people were also blessed by Hydaelyn. Okay.
But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far.
Okay, so the power of light was greater by far. Luckily that this is not World of Warcraft, and that paladins are not around to go into that world that has a whole lot of light. They will be OP ASF and demand Blizzard to nerf them.
So the Ascians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
Okay, so definitely paladins from World of Warcraft would love to be in that world. They are always speaking of the light. So the light just freaking wiped their world clean like an easel, wiping off paint.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void.
Okay, so there is indeed a world, but that world was swallowed up by the dark. Jeez. To actually be in darkness every day, never-ending night, that would creep me out. Like I got my 8 hours of sleep, and knowing that it's still dark outside. The next day.
Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
Basically, it's like an Elder Scrolls thing when it comes to Mehrunes Dagon from Oblivion.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and get your thought, girlfriend. Hey there, mister.
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
Jeez. Do you think it's true that to save their world they must bring ruin to ours? No, matters not. Such wanted destruction is beyond justification. And whatever their reason, they must be stopped to sacrifice the loss that ends here. Apanov would like nothing more than to get out of the snow. Forgive me, this is not the time to play the introspection. The Knights of praise Lord Edmund of our success, and we, the Lord Commander. Well, I'm a commander now. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment of yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. What's this? Recruitment notice. Towards the firmament. Okay. We'll take a look into that. Let's see. We want to head to... the, Forgotten Night. And let's see, head on over to you. Wind up Emmerich. There we go. And just like I always do when I do my Final Fantasy 14 streams, we pet someone. There we go. It brings me joy to see you safely return to Usmar. What news for Seneval? That we were not too late. On behalf of ishgard, I offer my deepest thanks. As for we who remain behind, Mistress Y'shtola has been tending to Mistress Alice in your absence, but I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. And then we'll come back to you, Emmerich. Once we sort out all these issues, we're going to come back to you, Emmerich, and we will continue that date. She is a resilient one, much like her brother.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts.
Fudge, yeah.
They told me you had departed for Zelfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
Yep, everyone can rest easy, knowing that Moro the Dragon Slayer, Moro the God Slayer, will always make sure that business has always been taken care of.
I take it your mission was a success.
Yep.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
Yeah.
You were following these people, Alice. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits.
Fudge, yeah.
Over time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To make them stronger, dude.
Escalation.
Yep.
Deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. They freaking so the people who wanted the primals to be used as protection. And then the primals are dead. And then the people who are beseeching the god's protection gives them even more crystals. And then it'll become even more powerful, and then we pwn them again, and then they'll just keep on going. Then their gods will be even more powerful than the last time. It will never end.
And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhog must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Yeah.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Yep. That's how we had to kill the Archbishop. Archbishop was about to send Ishgard into a holy war. And then Nidhogg, he was doing war with both his dragon kindred who wanted peace and the Ishgardians, so yep. Power leads to death sometimes.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, that is not good. Oh, jeez. Like, to actually have your followers, to actually have a god's followers thinking that their gods are useless, that they do not provide by which the gods have promised. And thus the people of their faith freaking forms another god in its place. No wonder there are 12. No wonder there's the 12 then.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise But Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes.
So now we have city-states who are secretly giving crystals to the beast tribes under our radar.
If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Yeah, only slow it down, but then they'll find other means of obtaining it, so... yeah. Let's see what FF says in Discord.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelfatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father.
Oh yeah, the Ascians were the reason why that the Archbishop was power hungry. So knowing that that Sir Emmerich really wants to put Ascians to the sword.
However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Yeah. And Thancred, get yourself a haircut, please.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
Nice, okay.
But Alize, you...
Nope.
You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Yep. I will have no word of it, Alfie.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
The Tyru. How many more people do you need to outfit the Tyru? You already outfitted Alfie. You already outfitted Y'shtola, and now you're gonna outfit Alice? Okay. Ah, that's too cute. I would be right in assuming that you have not spoken with my sister since one of the memorial services, was it? By the twelve, it seems like a lifetime ago, and I should think that we both have grown since then. My apologies to keep you waiting. Okay. So I can only guess that the Tyru got Alice her clothes like that for mobility. Which I guess it is indeed a good thing. Especially if you want to have a sword. definitely don't want to get caught up in a cape while trying to swing your sword. Tatara never ceases to impress, though for a moment I fear she might have furnished you with an identical outfit. Phrase the 12, she did not. Mother and father were rather fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember the time at the studio when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered? Sister, please, she was not my Can we not have this conversation in front of the warrior of light? Nice deflection, Alfie. So, be it another time, perhaps? It's an honor, Mara. I realize we have barely acquainted, but having heard so much about you, it hardly feels that way. Yeah, welcome to the fight. Yeah. New garments aside, I must say you seem more resolute than the last time we met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To that extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur. Nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I am here today because I would regret it if I weren't, that is all. Fair enough, let us depart for the walking sands to see if Eorzea might be of assistance. Man, the adventurer's tummy is rumbling. Yeah. Blue sky out, man. Okay, we need to head to the... Oh, wait a minute. I think I still have that. Where is it? Okay, I still should have that envelope. Ah, there it is. Okay, what about you, mister? Ghost of FF14. Okay. Eorzea, apologies for calling you upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alpha, no, while the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. I too have heard tales of primal beings rising up, only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, this severeth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribes' crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. We are fortunate to learn much about the Laxal's plans before they become fruition. I should be surprised that the Warriors of Darkness and the Estinien did not have similar designs elsewhere from which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither. For this very day I did receive tidings of the most troubling across the Strait of Murthor. Ugurmoro stirreth, and there is whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ears to their claims. We must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook, Morrow. Thank you for your counsel, Urangier. Pray inform us you learn aught else. I shall. If I may, brother, Urangier, is there anything else you'd like to say? Alice say. If not, then never mind. I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add? Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere as near as well read as you, I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I've heard the promising tome, the Gurun Oracles, may have. You could start there. Alice in her back glare. By thy leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Yeah, that guy did look a lot like Urianger, though. Oh, the king lives. Drop dead Shiva. Man, we're gonna make a day in this game to dedicate the rating. Alright, Camp Overlook. 7 Hills, at this rate, I'll have to appeal the Maelstrom command for reinforcements. Well, what is it? We don't have any. Well, fancy that. Just as the Kobold's problems looks like to ahead, the Science of 7th Dawn turned up itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing. What is it? Right then, let's get to it. So our friendly neighborhood neighbors in Ugurmoro have much more aggressive of late, just as you said. As a matter of fact, our scout spotted one sniffing around about the stores just now, likely looking out to make a whiff of an armful of crystals. I'll be darned if I let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for the little bugger. Would you? Our Maelstrom friends have seemed notably more agitated than we first arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? A kobold in the camp, you say? It would appear to corroborate with Urangier's information, yes? But to be so reckless as to infiltrate a maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan summoning, and that means finding and questioning this kobold. And potentially killing that creature. Because that's what we do best. Hi there, little guy. How's it going, buddy? I see you're trying to get the crystals, aren't you, little guy? Let the camp overlook. Hi there, mister. Stay back. I'm not a... it's no use, pointless, hopeless, no use. Okay, where are you, you mother fudger? Okay, where did you go? Oh, there you are. But please don't hurt me. I only wish to talk, yes? Just talk. Yeah! Hi there, little guy. This was a stupid plan. Stupid. But if I tell no one, then no one will. He found me again. What to do? I come in peace, only to talk. Speak, say, talk. So speak, please. So please, do not hurt me. So this is unwindly kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. He could very well give a bruised knee. Huzzah! We got him! Fireworks, scions! So, little one, you thought I could sneak into my camp? Did you plot to steal my crystals, were you? No, I came to talk, to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted. No, let's take a deep breath to discuss things like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Pikmin Gabu of the 620th Order. At least, I will be a Pikmin one day. Well met, Gabu. I am Alpha Node, and this is my sister Alice. Moral, the man who found you is our friend. And now that you know our names, can we be friends too? Now, Commander Blodian here thinks that you wanted to take his crystals, Gabu, but you said you only came to ask for help. Why to us, and not to your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? No one is gonna hurt you, alright? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch, the Patriarch is gonna summon the Great Father again. You have to stop him. Beat him. Fight him. Stop him. Ah. Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others. But the patriarch wouldn't listen. He was just so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said that if they didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents and others away, and I haven't seen them since. Coke for the furnace. They're gonna burn them. I did not want to believe it, but I heard tales of folksy rich fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshipped use in their rituals, hoping to summon a more powerful incarnations of their gods by blood sacrifice. By the 12, that is sickening. No one listens to Gabu. Nobody, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries, they do not want to listen. They'll only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. So please help Gabu stop the patriarch and save his parents. So we gotta go back in there. Commander, advise the Maelstrom Command that Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to the worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Cobalt stronghold and secure the crystals and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. Are we gonna beat up that Great Father again? Mother fudgers! Okay, but I cannot have 12 have mercy. They would have to even contemplate a sacrifice in their own flesh and blood. Brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. The beast that mounted at the heart of the mountain. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them. And if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, what if we take all the crystals away? Maybe the Great Father won't come. Very good, Gabu. I was thinking the same thing. And do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Oh, several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together, he could take them away and hide them. Come, Gabu will lead you to the first cache. Quickly. Smash those crystals into bits. Do you have them all? Good, lead on, Gabu. This way. Me and Alice say is being motherly. Time is short. If you have those crystals, let's move on to the next cache. Slice him. And dice him. And slice him. Did you hear me, brother? Brother. Aye, it's just that. They are tags, aren't they? I was quite certain that crate once bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine the kobolds traveling to Korthias to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect that these crystals were smuggled into Villabrand by another party, most likely a part of the Astians, as they speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Astians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? No, they don't. Never you mind about that. At least they said that we don't have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu? Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. The last one is very large. Very big, very huge, very large. You cast about for a time, you see no sign of the crystal. Confound it. What about you, Mario? Any luck? No, nothing. This cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them. Yes, the question is where to and why. Within Ogoromo, where they had summoned Titan once before and means to do so again. It is the only explanation. What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them. And we will, Gabu. We will. Stay calm, and we still have time. They have yet to call the remaining crates. If they had, they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth is past. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There's no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals. I might deliver them to Commander Lopevit's custody. We do not dare to take them into the battles of the mountain. Alright, Alfie. The crystals, Mara, if you would be so kind. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief the commander of the situation. Pray, go on ahead. As I recall, there is an aetheroid within Ogoromo mines. What should he deliver to the navel? Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there, and I shall rejoin you at Anon. Strange, I thought you were eager to remain in the thick of the action, but if this is what you prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way. Alright. Inside here. Ah, I need you. I need you for my hunting log. More seals. The other way. Possibly gonna hunt down those motherfuckers in the background, maybe? Down this way. Okay, it's this way. Level 49, Elite Priest. And it should be down this way. Okay, take it an aetherite. Let me sneak right then. As soon as Alpha Note arrives, we go. I trust you're not feeling suitably heroic, Moro. There's no telling what sort of resistance we face in there. Cadillac 2. Man Cadillac, also known as the Pimpmobile. Gotta get the purple suit on with a hat with a feather on it. You know what I mean? The big old hat with the feather on it. In a purple suit. Felt interior of the Cadillac. An Escalade is nothing more than a fancy Chevy Suburban. LOL. Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. Quickly, you clods. Briskly, swiftly, quickly. I will not suffer any further delays. The cane, too. Fudgy, I can't be a pimp without a cane. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers here? But how did you... Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Uh-oh. Yep. I knew they had to burn him. And shades. Yes, got to have the pimp set up when it comes to being in the Cadillac. Aye, but we are servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, and that he may drink our blood and partake of our flesh. That he might draw upon the strength of his children to defend them from the tyranny of the Overdwellers. Alistair, no, not yet. Oh no. I understand, Patriarch. I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people. Anything to deliver them from despair. Whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering upon your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it needs not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course, cease your attempts to summon your god, and work with us together to build lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned at the Overdweller's convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. And you take, and when you have your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last until you grow hungry again. Oh, jeez. Oh, that is so real. That is so real. Ugh. Oh, that is so real. To have to be in that kind of situation. Where there's a country that has a lot of stuff that you would need. And then you're saying to yourself, saying that my company has enough to last us for a good while. And then you go back to those same people who has a lot of stuff that you would want. And you say, hey, can you go ahead and give me more? And this time it will be the last time, I promise. Oh, I've seen that. I have seen that so many times. Many years ago. Like saying, can I have your lunch money? Can I have some of your lunch money? I promise to pay you back. The next day, hey, can you give me some lunch money? I promise to pay. Can you give me some of your lunch money? I promise to pay you back this time. I've seen that before. It doesn't end until that person who says, I'm gonna call up your tab. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our God drains the land of ether, and brings not but suffering, death, and destruction upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you, overdwellers. You've ruined our lands. You ruined your own lands, and you will not ruin ours. I said I'd come back for you, and I did, and I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please. Aww. Please. Oh no. Yep. Okay. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up! You just have to say the sacred words. Uh-oh. Yep, that's what happens if you partake in a blood ritual. I'm here. I'm here. Oh no. Alpha Node, leave it to me. Yeah, come on. Get Katana ready. We must away. No carbuncle. No carbine. By the 12, how can I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us. Given what we are likely to find, his anguish and despair has served to birth a primal, just as surely as any subcupulation of the faith. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, the incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. Now, if we have one cause for optimism, it is that, while many carried crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual, meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of ether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogaramo, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. Tomorrow, you know what must be done. You will face Lord of Crags once more. How many times is this now? 3? Alice and I will tend to Gabu. And when you have finished the primal, look for us at Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you. Going up against hard mode. Okay. Okay, let's clear a section and we do that one. Let me see, did I do... Let's see my logs, where's my journal? Duty journal. Oh, we have to do extreme. Okay. Okay, while I wait for the party, okay. Okay, can't go down there. Alright, I guess while I wait for the party, we're gonna go ahead and find some enemies in my hunting log. In my Maelstrom hunting log. Okay, so looking for Bettis men. Okay, I don't see any. Okay, wait, now, where's this Bettis man at? There's one. Which means I can only suspect. Yep, there it is. more seals for me. Okay, let me see. Dunkar says Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan. I truly don't know what that is. Okay, let's go ahead and do some hunting logs while I wait, and... let's see. Ah! Okay. So we're gonna take... Thank you very much, Dunkar. And it looks like that we'll be taking down a primal that was used in a blood ritual. So we're gonna be dealing with a primal on steroids. Okay, here we go. Come on, y'all, let's get him. Okay, out of there. Okay, out of it. Okay. Oops, out of there. Crap, I forgot. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. Oops, okay, out of there. Okay, just as long as, okay. Doing good. Okay, was I supposed, okay, I think. Okay. I wasn't sure what to do with the bomb boulders. Uh-oh. Okay, out of there. Okay, I really wasn't sure what to do with the bomb boulder. Okay, attack the heart. Okay, out of there. Uh-oh. Whoa, okay, I'll take a look into the messages, chat messages as soon as I can. Oops. Oh, Schnikey's out of there. Okay, I think I'm doing good. Yeah, as long as I just keep doing DPS, and I guess I'm fine. Okay. Jeez, this is a banging music and I can't headbang right now. Okay. Man, if this is what it's like to be in hard mode, then I cannot wait to see what it's like in extreme mode. Oops, okay, out of there. Nice! Whew. Turkmenistan is a country in Central Asia bordered by the Caspian Sea and largely covered by the Karakum Desert. It is known for archaeological ruins, including those at Nisa and Merv. Oh, the Guillotine of Crags. I'm gonna pass on that. Okay, player combination, gonna go to you. That is awesome, Dunkar. Oh, there he is. Did I not tell you he would return safe and sound? The deed is done then? Titan is no more? Yep. And there has been enough tragedy this day. It's been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He was certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he may have succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case. Known for ruins, that doesn't sound like a good thing. In a way, Epip, but in a way it could also be a good thing. Like, learning more about the world through archaeological study. He must be put to death like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions after all. We once feared Yali's followers were beyond reason. Many have that since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can't but watch, wait and pray. Poor little guy. Beneath the star-filled sky. I've almost been thinking about an old game I used to play called Beneath the Steel Sky. There is nothing begin dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one that we can never come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters. Inform a commander of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind to break it to him? You're a sight for sore eyes. When others came back without you, I fear the worst, but thanks to that, you had matters well in hand. Settled then, is it? Glad to hear it, but not as glad as my men, as to believe you me. Regardless whether or not you was summoned properly, a primal's primal, and a soul in a maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like we're all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive to think as we lived to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me a cause of celebration. Now you have a lot of places to be, but why not stay tonight? We'd be honored to raise a glass of your triumph. Return to Titan's Bane. Yeah, party with pirates.
Who goes there?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh,
It's your boy.
Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space.
Yeah, stars are very pretty.
Them may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences. Yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship.
It's a dump?
I could not save.
Oh, so it's a dump of archaeology. That sucks.
I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing.
Louis swap for the win.
We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it?
I
Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
guess minerals or gold is something you want. In a way, Abib, it could be. But having grounds of archaeological study is definitely awesome. Like, after all, whoever discovers something in an like for instance, the guy, who discovered King Tut's tomb, he is still being remembered even 50, perhaps even 60 years beyond his death. I traveled far and wide with two companions, Estinien and Yazali, who were very...
Gods! They must have been at each other's throats from dawn till dusk.
Yeah.
I dare say you managed to keep the peace, though. Merely being in the presence of the Warrior of Light is surely enough to shame anyone into behaving.
Fudge, yeah.
The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light.
Yep, it does.
As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on. For the sake of those we hold dear.
I don't want to be remembered. I want to be rich. That's indeed true, and that's what that guy did who discovered King Tut's tomb. He became very rich. Like, he became rich off of selling his memoirs, and I think also... I think he had a cut of the treasure that was in King Tut's tomb. Not exactly sure. Look at Vladimir Lenin. Been dead for 100 years, but people still visit his body every day. Yeah, you're right about that, Dunkar. Man. What's the Warrior of Darkness doing there?
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this.
Shape it into a weapon.
Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scions' thoughts, and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Oh, man.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation.
Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Asians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
This guy just freaking said it. This guy just freaking said the shortcut. Basically, this guy and his friends were doing things the long way. But then this guy here just comes up with out of nowhere and just gives them a shortcut. Basically, it is like, that you're taking the stairs. But knowing that there's an elevator right next to the stairs.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
That's Louis Suarez's words. Hey, babe, you want to go see an old sticky dead body? No, thank you.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands?
Yeah, this guy knows what he was about to do.
Nymphilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness.
Beans. Beans, beans, beans. The more you eat, the more you fart.
I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
Yeah, you get him, Urianger. And, Dunkar says, Morrow, I might be moving. You might be moving soon. And where are you gonna move, Dunkar? Well, what is that? I eat you, precious little mouth. What? Oh, Mara, I trust you had a good night's rest? I was but this moment speaking to the Thancred and Y'shtola about a link pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had worn ishgardian seals. It seems someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Emmerich believes that it's only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it's only prudent to look upon the recent activities of other tribes, in case they too are flush with ishgardian crystals. And with that in mind, I suggest that we pay the Urianger another visit. Okay. Alabama or Tennessee, those are definitely good places, but they're okay. Okay, this might be me stereotyping, but I think you get what I'm trying to say, Dunkard. There are memes about Alabama. but they're cool states though. Wait, where is Alice? She was here a moment ago with Gabu. Let me guess, it's time to leave, is it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it's any consolation, I have already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bloodian. Something tells me you're not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But the answer... Yeah, I mean if I move there... Let's see. Yeah, mean if I move there, I have to learn to breathe through my mouth, Mara? Okay, I guess... Okay, I'm gonna go... Okay, let me see. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing. Head on over to Google Images. That epic. Once again, I'm not saying anything about Alabama. It's just that these people here are posting memes about Alabama. When you live in Alabama, I hope Mom and Dad. That face you make when your parents are actually when it's time for Alabama to kick the extra point. When you're in Alabama and your wife reveals she's yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying my best not to say it. I think it's great if you like math. You will look after him, won't you, Commander, and treat him with every kindness? He is still in there, beneath the anguish and despair. He is still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what becomes of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he had risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, it could have come out a darn sight worse than it did. We'll soon not forget that. Lord of Maelstrom command. Wouldn't be worse than Ohio, man. Yeah, that's true. I think I did do an education day about Ohio. So, some parts of Alabama, some parts of Ohio does in fact creep me out. Mayhap, there is nothing I could do or say to pain the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart fills to burst, let it burst, let it burst. And fill up again with your love for them. And never forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Ally, say thank you. Ah. He's still in there. That little guy is still in there. Have faith, sister. Your words reached him. In time he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A 1,000 times over, aye. And there will be a reckoning. Fudge, yeah, Ally say. Make them eat a lot of ice cream even if they do not like it. Or even if they have enough, just force them more ice cream. 'We have heard glad tidings from Ugaroma, my friends, by the grace of the 12 and the most valiant efforts of the people of Limsa may rest easy. I should like to think so. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Cracks from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. 'Twas no means of an unmitigated success, but it'll suffice. Now let us speak of another matter, one which weighed heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Gurun oracles, that we may better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times they succeeded, then of the 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all it is, my lady Memphilia spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections, when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone by umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to her call, to flow onto endless sea, there too unendure as one and none. Then if the Warriors of Darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die. Yep. In essence, I, the first, speaketh of the reunification of the flesh, and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for it is the first word to fall to transcendent light. In a manner of the warriors of darkness described, it would give way onto a void where none may know either life or death. Purgatory. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul, which returneth unto the source, may be born anew, saved, such at least it is their belief, I summarize. If that is true, then gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice. Or we speak of further on the subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. It would seem several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered unto the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegan? Strange. You believe that this is the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supply the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, and lest thou wonder at their motive, I remind you that the Astians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Ralgar. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Eli Royale's network of spies. We pwned them once and we're gonna have to pwn them again. Surely you jest that it is not surprising but Frit of leadership hunted by the Alliance. And, well, imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Astians, assuming they know or care who their new employers are. They're just in it for the pay. For which we seek out the resistance group, which receive the crystals without delay. Mara and Alice will come with me to Little Alamigo. Yes, of course, I shall like to hear what they say for themselves firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Ah, oh, come on, what is it now? Okay, honestly, I listening good. I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in employ of, and I hope that you are sitting down, a man in black robes. So you have them. In the crystals too? A few remain. Regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in hours before we struck. It was bound for Little Alamigo, we are told. And there it will be received by members of a local resistance group. Since Sir Everett's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we. By happy coincidence, we learned the shipments a few moments ago. And I was thinking that I might have been one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and his little helpers. Wait a moment, there is more? And I defy you not be surprised by this little revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers were formerly in the employ of one Elaine Royale and the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I must inform you that Thancred, with whom else you shared this information? Man, what is this now, Ali say? You're getting in Alpha Node's calls now? What is this? A Zoom call group? Let's see. There is none else I can be notified first. No, there isn't. Trees Alamigos. Yeah, I think it goes like. What in the world has gotten into her? It is twice now that we have sought Urianji's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was once grandfather's most dedicated pupils. He spent as much time at the Levier estate as we did. He practically a member of the family. Truth be told, to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. Now, if this continues, I may have to raise the matter later. The little amigo awaits. I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. I know it's been a long day. Did you have something to say? Urianje? No, I always struggle to understand what's going on in his head. Now more than ever. Listen, Mara, if anything should happen, it should be me who just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then. More pressing matters. I have no idea when Thancred might arrive. I suggest that we see what information we can gather in his absence. When we were free. So to review, we are reliably informed that members of the Alamiga resistance operating here taken receipt to the several large shipments of crystals and are tasked to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, it is hard to believe that anyone here would be wholly unaware of the resistance movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our force. Tomorrow, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town, and Alexei and I will do the same in the west. And afterwards, we'll rendezvous with to share our findings. This way. Let me guess, come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friends. You are not the first to answer the Griffin's call. Well, he has lit a fire in every Alamigan's heart. He also inspires more than a few Uldans to pledge themselves to the cause. Little wonder the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. And believe me, I am the guy who loves eggs. I see you're going around asking questions, looking for the Griffin, as his lot, I'll bet. It seems to talk of little Alamigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about. What is he going to store in store for the Garleans? What? Under his mask, of course. To say he's hardly got a face, with all the scars. Others reckon that he's been marked for death by the Empire, and that he's sent a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. The resistance, darn if I know. It's not as if I had been any use to them. I'll be in sort of secret weapons of good luck to you, but I'm too old for the masked bedtime stories. This is our line, and it is time we get used to it. Poor guy. Just say that this is their home now, instead of their actual home. I suppose I should ask what you learned, what I already think I already know. The Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance. The Masks. Yet, despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Okay, so we possibly will have possibly a violent militia to deal with. Okay. Many claim their commitment to the cause of the Alamegan liberation is unrivaled, but hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled into the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this group, which received the crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. Therefore, any action I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions may have enlisted help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gundabald already are acquainted, maybe it will be best for you to take the lead. Yeah, trust me. I am awesome when it comes to talking to bald people. Believe me, I know. A whole bunch of people when I was in school many years ago, they were bald. And I definitely had a good conversation with quite a few bald people. As much as it pleases me to see you again tomorrow, I cannot help but wonder. If I should be worried, I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin, I know of him, as do we all. He and his masks have become a leading faction within the Resistance. There was a suspicion at first given his secretive ways. He quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. I cannot help but admire the man for what he has accomplished. But I have not forgotten Willard. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Kwarn, and see with your own eyes the way in his words on your heart. You ought to see my classmates. They all must be bald, Epip, which is awesome. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin is bald. Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is bald. Steve Wilkos, the security guy from the Jerry Springer show at one point, he was bald. So yeah, there were some bad motherfuckers who are bald. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the guard.
I like that sphere.
In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home.
Oh, that definitely sucks. It is definitely similar to how it is in the days of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire freaking conquered lands and then conscript those to conscript people in those conquered lands to fight for Rome. And then Rome would start another war and kick some other motherfuckers out.
We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more. Blood demands blood. And the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends, a power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Albania once more.
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that.
I even hope it's not a primal.
Is that...
It's like, psst, guys!
What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable...
Wait! Oh, okay. It's just I could have sworn at the first few lines, like before these two were talking, said some other stuff that reminds me of V for Vendetta. Which V for Vendetta is an awesome movie. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. Though it was pretty obvious you and Mara would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had realistic chances of capturing any of the Scions divided, as they were distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. Truly, but if you truly believe that, forgive me, what exactly have you been doing all this time? Repay a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah. We had not been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right, they smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, all at a great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged. So we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Lolorito has severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and that General Ralbon has been reinstated, we resolved to make contact, but having since discarded our leak pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. Though to make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expression, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the science of the Seventh Dawn? Curious, it is well known that we are no friends to Garlemald. One would think a man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. And as to say, the man that you saw is not in fact a griffin, but an impersonator. A talented rabble-rouser to boot. 'Twould not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As I may have gathered, the griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It is hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonations, and the masks. Well, if that's not making you all wear one, and mine will only cover half of my face, it's entirely different. Anyway, when we were here, the Griffin was due to give a speech. We thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man For all the good it did. And now the whole thing, but tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Summoning? You're not serious. I cannot believe it. The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan. But the Griffin, well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence that he would or would not do. What can I say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make a reference to power, capable of defeating the Empire, that the masks have made many such claims of late. I confess that I had a mere bluster. In the context of the shipment which you spoke of, it is not impossible to say they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together. And if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me and her fists. And that is assuming you'll have us. Yeah, welcome to the fight, friends. Papalimo has a mind to learn of the Griffin's true intentions. Okay, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal. We must need to obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. And to that end, I propose to question his double. Given his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates. While we may have yet be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us that about the Master's plan in broad strokes. Like the man who he impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without subtle incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alphino will pose as adventurers fallen on hard times, inspired by his words, to take up arms for a noble cause. Ida and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements and testify that to your usefulness in the struggles ahead, with our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears. He will decide to welcome you in person. He will arrange a meeting. Okay, this should be enough to purchase a suitable garment from Tailbot and have him rub a respectable amount of dirt for them for good measure. Any question? It all seems fair enough, and with that, Mara, let us be off. Okay. Slash pet. There we go. Alright, Tailbot. Give me some of your clothes and some dirt on my face. Then I'll pwn the Griffin like Andy Griffin, and I'll be Barney. You wanna buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. Well, you're the ones with the gill, and seeing as your friends of Papalimo. There, a tunic and slops for the both of you. It's tailored and treated to your taste. Now off with you, before someone sees us together. Clothes maketh the man, they say. Right then, I will go and change and see you at the spot Papalimo marked on our maps. Okay, so we head on over to you and get you, and it should be you. Let's see. Shepherd's tunic and slops. Okay. Okay, over here. Yeah, no one would think that a person who fell on hard times riding a flying mount would be able to see that we are broke. Well, look at us, a pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. And now we play the waiting game.
My thanks, comrades.
Pwn him.
You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
Yeah, now give me a cookie.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
Alpha Node, I am serious. You're wrecking our cover.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
And he was stupid enough to trust them?
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
Yeah. If the Uldanians find out that the Alamigo Resistance was helping the Lizardmen summon their primal, yeah, they'll most likely to be put to the sword due to the fact that they may think that they are under the influence of the primal. And thus having increased surveillance in the area.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honorable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
Definitely sounding like Nidhogg.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god.
It'll be more better if they can summon Ralger.
We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light?
Yep.
Aye. I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference.
Oh, so these people who joined the Alamiga Resistance joined because they saw that we can do big things. And so they took it upon themselves to join. Out of inspiration and the urge to help.
You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago.
Oh, it's this motherfudger! Oh, it was that motherfudger. Oh, I am going to kick your butt, mister. I saved you out of necessity, but now I'm going to kick your butt.
On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none. Courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
Fudge, yeah, you won't.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
Yeah, you just wanted Alamiga freedom, yes.
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head.
Yeah, which means when the Garlean Empire finds out that the Alamiga Resistance is going to attack the Empire in order to get their lands back, the Empire will respond in kind by escalation.
Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Now I can get back into my samurai armor. Quarry Mill, he said. Do you remember? Forgive me, you cannot be expected to recall every minute and every face, and besides, it's not that if it matters. I have long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on the problems at hand and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Marlon. We must find and secure those crystals. There's no time for looking back. And I will definitely take, spaghetti. Take that spaghetti. One life for one world. If we take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals we are now somewhere within Zanharak be ready to be put to use by the Amalja. We must apprise Alice for all we have learned. Will you join? I will join you both in Little Alamigo after I have changed. You coward, Alfie! Speak with Alice in here. Excuse me, coming through. Now that the Anchorite has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings? You mean to tell me that while you were worrying ourselves sick, Yuna and Papalima were here all along, while Y'shtola will be relieved, and also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. For the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them in the hands of the Amalja. For we know they could be preparing to summon Ifrit, even as we speak. We must make for our Zaharak without delay. Agreed. If there is naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. And so they go forth in accordance with the Griffin's plan. The players gather to assume their masks on a stage wreathed in flame. Ere long, the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, the gods forgive me, shall be at last be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized, for never shall we know its like again. Man, I think Urianger gets all the ladies. Who can ever resist the who can resist a guy speaking in William Shakespeare? Upon proceeding to the bowl of embers, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to review these scenes of its entirety. Yes, please.
This isn't right. The Amalja would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
Jeez, an efficient raid.
The saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12, will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos.
No, it won't.
One life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
Yo, Thancred, fudge, yeah.
Don't forget, you've more than one opponent.
Come on, he is the tank. Fire arrow.
Carbuncle, defend me.
Oh.
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Yeah, Alpha Nova is more of a tactician than Alice.
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was.
Fudge, yeah. Alice couldn't give a darn if she gets hit or not. She'll get back up.
My brother was always the clever one. while my talents lay elsewhere.
Yeah! Yeah, Alpha knows a tactical one, and Alice is the swordswoman.
If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
Yeah! Yeah, Alice the swordswoman.
Let's finish this.
Alright. Okay, face you first. Just like how it is in many MMOs. We get rid of the healer. There you go. Healer down. Okay, I guess the Warrior of Darkness is next. Okay, he's invulnerable, so I guess we gotta aim at this guy. Okay. Okay, aim at you. Oops. Yeah, separate from the party. Like, you never aim at him. Aim for the healer. Yeah, aim at him. Got him. Okay, now aim for the ranger. Okay, step away from the group. Yep, aim for the ranger. Got him. Now it's your turn. Oh, come on.
No more games.
Okay.
It ends now.
Yes!
What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Fletch, yeah!
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. Expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady.
Moving on, chase a pimp. Feel the caress that book.
By thy leave.
Even odds then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them.
Okay.
Make ready. They come.
Yeah, come on. Okay. Okay, let's see.
I must have more ether.
Okay, I think. Okay, it looks like I don't have any ether. Okay, how do I give ether? Okay, maybe I'll just do this. Okay, I'm trying to, lady. I don't know how to do it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, where's the sword at? Okay, where's the sword at? Okay, oh, there it is. There we go. Oh crap, out of there. Okay. Got him. Okay, Warrior Darkness, your turn. Okay, come on. Okay, Blade of Light. There we go.
I can feel it. Just a little more.
Yeah, come on. Come on, y'all. How much ether do I gotta give?
Hurry it up, neighbor!
Uh-oh. Okay, out of that. Okay. Okay, out of that. Okay, come on. Okay, we almost have him. Come on. Okay. Come on. This should be it. There we go.
"'Tis done. With this blade I banish the darkness."
No. Not like this.
Yeah, but the villagers, we won. She overexerted herself.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
Yep, that's true.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt plains with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Yep.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Can't do.
Wait!
Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
Ew.
At long last you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence.
Ew.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We cannot, we will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
Knows it all too well.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
Oh no. Is this polymorphosis? Is this fusion?
To have known the depth of sorrow and embrace the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle.
And to sew the most bodacious of clothes.
Quickly, thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
Yeah. Yeah, fall for the trap. We're in Heidelin's realm.
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the first, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute.
Yeah, which means that the world can still be saved.
I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
She's like, nope.
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Heidelin. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
But yeah.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Heidelin had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength longsword. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Heidelin's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
He just wants to go home, I guess.
Hear me, servants of Heidelin. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them.
Yeah.
We made our choice and we see what came of it, so please, She's a better fit.
They returned home.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
And now the mother might feel something.
Thank you to me for everything.
Ah. Yeah, we're back, baby. It would seem that we're in southern Danelin again. Minphilia's doing, no doubt. Made the 12 speed her on her way, and the Warriors of Darkness too. I cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. If they gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then in return to the first, they would not? Nope. Odds are once they're dead, they are dead. Mayhap it was their wish. Alright everybody, I gotta get going. Man, that was one emotional roller coaster. Have a good